In this tutorial, I want to run through some of the settings for Handheld Contact. I want to state right up front, I'm not an expert at all their settings, but I'm going to give you my best advice based on my knowledge working with them. I'm going to click on Settings and go to the account. Here you can show your account info, change the account info, test it, and log out. Pretty straightforward. Next, the startup screen. Do you want to see contacts first? Home, which is what I have. Here's some choices. Next, contacts. You can sort these by different ways. You can add an additional field if you so desire, but in a nutshell, I recommend you go through these and take a look at these. I'm going to click on Back. And if you have questions on any of this, you can consult me or the Handheld Contact site. Task list. This, much like calendar, is very similar. How do you want to look at this information? Dates, you can filter them. Mine, if you have multiple users in your Act database, maybe you want to see other people's information. Maybe you don't want to see all of your information. Maybe you just want to see calls for that matter. If you don't want to see meetings, you can click on it and that will turn it off. Same thing for all of that. And you can decide whether or not you want to see the cleared activities or whether they're just gone from your calendar or task list. Back. I'm going to click on Calendar. Very much the same, what you can see, what your options are. History. Save text messages in Act. That's really your only option. I just say yes, why not? Got everything to gain, nothing to lose. Opportunities. You can add additional fields to your opportunity layout if you so desire. I'm going to click cancel and get away from that and then press back. Invoice and quote preferences. I got to be honest with you, I never use these in this tool, so I can't even speak to you about that. I'd urge you to go in and take a look at that. Scheduling preferences. How do you want them set up? So what's the default? I usually schedule my meetings in here. Priority, I'm not that concerned. Ring alarm, you can set 15 minutes, an hour, whatever you want to do. Go in here, look at this information, and try to decide how it best suits the way you work. When it says schedule with, you can schedule it with the My Record, which is your contact info, or a specific selected contact. I'm going to click cancel. I'm going to press back. Synchronization preferences. Auto sync. Yeah, you want to leave that on. Show reminder on start screen. Yeah, do that because when you turn on Handheld Contact, it will remind you to synchronize. I'm going to click back. Okay. Device data summary. Just gives you some information on what's in your Handheld Contact database. Okay. User statistics. A little bit of information here. This doesn't really make a lot of sense to me, but you might like it. Map. Do you prefer to use the Apple map or the Google map? Knowledgebase. If you have questions, you can visit the Knowledgebase and check it out for information. Contact support. You can contact them right through this app. And About. Just gives you the update on the version of Handheld Contact you use. So I didn't want to spend a lot of time on this. I'd urge you to go in and look at this periodically because as I had mentioned before, sometimes things that don't make sense to you today will make sense to you a month from now simply because you have more experience with the software and some of these settings can be more productive for you down the road. So I even look at this stuff on occasion. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Tony. Thank you so very much for being here. Have a great day.